A New Earth by Eckhart Tolle. In this summary, we explore Tolle's teachings on ego, consciousness, the pain body, awakening, purpose, and the creation of a new, more peaceful humanity. Every chapter is expanded with examples, stories, metaphors, and practical insights designed to make the message clear, powerful, and life-changing even for listeners who have never read the book. Awakening from the Old World. Eckhart Tolle begins with a bold idea. Humanity is living in a time of transformation. A shift in consciousness is happening, and each individual is part of this evolution. We have reached a point where the old patterns, fear, ego, conflict, stress, identity battles, material obsession no longer work. People feel exhausted from pretending, competing, proving, arguing, and chasing. Suffering, Tolle says, has a purpose. It pushes humanity to wake up. This book is Tolle's guide to that awakening. Not a religious awakening, not a philosophical awakening, but a conscious awakening. A new earth is born when enough individuals awaken from unconscious living into awareness. Chapter 1: The Flowering of Human Consciousness. Tolle begins with a metaphor from nature. Flowers appeared long before mankind and transformed the planet. They were expressions of beauty, delicacy, and higher frequencies of life. Human consciousness, he explains, has similar flowers. Moments when individuals break out of survival-focused thinking and experience love, creativity, compassion, or awakening. Early humans lived mostly in fear and survival. But throughout history, something awakened within. Great teachers, artists, philosophers, mystics, enlightened individuals. Human suffering has accumulated over generations: wars, ego battles, oppression, greed, emotional pain. Yet this suffering has a purpose. It forces people to realize there must be another way to live. He explains that humanity is now at a turning point. The collective ego is collapsing. People around the world are questioning everything. Why am I here? Why am I unhappy? Why is the world so chaotic? Why do I feel empty even when I succeed? These questions are cracks in the shell of the ego. Through these cracks, light enters. This is the beginning of awakening. Chapter 2: Ego, the current state of humanity. Tolle defines the ego as a false sense of self created by the mind. Most people believe, I am my job. I am my history. I am what happened to me. I am my accomplishments. I am my failures. I am my possessions. I am my opinions. The ego is not evil, it's simply unconscious. The ego lives through identification. Identification with the mind. The voice in your head becomes you, even though it is just repetitive conditioned thinking. Identification with form. Objects, looks, clothes, relationships, financial status, or social labels become identity. Identification with stories. The ego is obsessed with the past and future. Past hurts. Future fears. Future fantasies. Regret. Blame. Expectations. The ego needs enemies to feel alive. People I resent. People who disagree with me. People who threaten my identity. It also needs problems to survive. Something to fix. Something to complain about. Someone to blame. Something to fear. Something to resist. The pain body. Tolle introduces one of his most impactful concepts. The pain body, a field of emotional pain stored within. It might be childhood wounds, heartbreak, trauma, generational pain, resentment, anger. When triggered, the pain body wants to feed on more pain. It looks for drama. It looks for conflict. It seeks emotional reactions. Many relationships operate through pain body to pain body communication, not conscious communication. We begin to understand humanity's problems are not external, they are internal. Chapter 3: The Core of Ego. Tall goes deeper. The ego strengthens itself through form. Form means anything temporary. Physical appearance, possessions, achievements, reputation, status, roles, opinions, emotions. When form is threatened, the ego panics. Example: someone criticizes you, rightward arrow. Ego feels like it's dying, rightward arrow. Immediate defensiveness. The ego needs to be right. This is why arguments escalate. People identify with their thoughts so strongly that disagreement feels like a personal attack. But once you see the ego in action, you gain shocking insight. You don't have to react to everything. You don't have to defend everything. You don't have to win every battle. Awakening happens when you observe your thoughts without becoming them. This chapter is the turning point. You realize the mind is a useful tool, but a dangerous master. Chapter 4: Role-playing, the many faces of the ego. Tall explains that modern life is full of roles, masks we wear for acceptance, status, control, or identity. Roles themselves are not bad, but unconscious role-playing creates suffering. In relationships, people become the victim, the savior, the judge, the needy one, the dominant one. These roles cause conflict because they prevent authentic connection. In work and society, people act overly professional, overly confident, overly humble, overly important, overly busy. Some wear the mask for so long that they forget who they truly are. In parenting, some parents become controlling, overprotective, competitive, self-sacrificing, guilt-driven, not out of love, but out of ego identity. In spiritual culture, Tall warns about the spiritual ego. I am more awake than you. My belief system is superior. I am special because I meditate. This is ego disguised in spiritual clothing. Awakening is not a role, it is who you are underneath all roles. Chapter 5: The Pain Body. This is one of the deepest chapters in the entire book. The pain body is described as a living energy field inside you, created from accumulated emotional pain. Signs your pain body is active. You suddenly feel irritated for no reason. A small comment triggers a big reaction. You want to argue or fight. You feel overwhelmed emotionally. You replay old memories. You feel abandoned or not enough. You lose control of your emotions. Tall says, when the pain body awakens, it wants one thing: more pain. This is why people sometimes pick fights, create drama, attract toxic partners, self-sabotage, fall into depression, relieve childhood trauma. The pain body in relationships. Two pain bodies can feed off each other. One attacks, the other defends. Then they switch roles. This becomes a repeating emotional cycle. How to dissolve the pain body? Not by fighting it, not by running from it, not by numbing it, only by bringing awareness to it. When you observe your emotions without acting on them, without believing the thoughts attached to them, the pain body loses power. Awareness is emotional healing. Chapter 6: Breaking Free. To break free from ego and pain, Tall teaches presence. Presence is awareness, stillness, consciousness, the now, the observer, the essence of who you truly are. Presence gives you space between stimulus and response. Gateways into presence. Breathing consciously. Feel the breath fully. Feeling the inner body. Sense the energy inside your hands, chest, stomach. Listening to silence. Every sound depends on silence. Watching thoughts, as if they are clouds drifting by. Accepting the present moment, instead of resisting what is. Presence is your escape from suffering. Presence is your freedom. Chapter 7, Finding Who You Truly Are, 6 minutes. When you strip away every layer of ego, every emotional wound, every personality mask, what remains? Tall calls it awareness, being, consciousness, presence, the real you. This is the you that watches thoughts, feels emotions, experiences the moment, loves without conditions, forgives without effort, breathes naturally, exists without needing validation. This is the part of you that was never damaged, never lost, never broken. Awakening is not becoming someone new, it is becoming who you were before the world told you who to be. Chapter 8, The Discovery of Inner Space, 6 minutes. Inner space is the quiet behind your thoughts. Tall explains that most people live on the surface, always thinking, planning, worrying, repeating, analyzing. But between thoughts there is space. This space is peace. This space is clarity. This space is your inner freedom. Meditation is simply noticing that space. Tall teaches that creativity, intuition, and higher intelligence come from inner space, not from overthinking. The more inner space you have, the more peaceful your life becomes. Chapter 9, Your Purpose, the Outer and Inner, 7 minutes. Tall says every person has two purposes. Inner purpose to awaken. Your primary purpose is always the same. To be conscious. To be present. To live in awareness. To act from stillness, not ego. This is the foundation of everything else. Outer purpose, what you do in the world. This purpose changes throughout your life. Your job. Your calling. Your passions. Your contributions. Your creativity. Outer purpose is important, but it must be rooted in inner purpose. Examples of aligned outer purpose. Starting a business that serves others. Creating something meaningful. Helping people awaken. Loving people deeply. Bringing peace where there is chaos. When inner and outer purpose align, life becomes powerful and effortless. Chapter 10, A New Earth. The final chapter describes the vision of a new humanity. A world where people live less in fear, less in ego, less in conflict, less in judgment, less in emotional pain, and more in awareness, compassion, peace, presence, cooperation, creativity. Tall explains that global transformation begins with inner transformation. You don't change the world by fighting it, you change the world by awakening. When enough people awaken, the collective consciousness shifts. This is the new earth. It is not a place. It is a level of consciousness. And humanity is already stepping into it. Conclusion: Your awakening begins now. As this extended summary closes, Tall's message becomes clear. You are not your past. You are not your pain. You are not your thoughts. You are not the roles you play. You are not the identity you defend. You are the awareness behind it all. And the more you live from that awareness, the more peaceful, powerful, purposeful, and awakened your life becomes. The new earth begins inside you in this moment, in this breath, in this awareness. This is your invitation. This is your awakening. This is your new earth.